Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. So Jasmy coin has been pumping lately and everybody's talking about it, and when people look at the chart they're like, where is the pump, man? I don't see the pump. Where is the pump? So we gotta do something like this up here, zoom in, and then you can actually see the pump. You can actually see the pump, but on this chart over here you cannot see the pump. You don't know, you just line down here. If you look how much this coin Jasmy has actually tanked towards downside, it is something like 99.9% towards downside. It totally lost value. And I remember the first time I heard about Jasmy, that was in previous bull market when it was pumping towards upside. Out of the blue, this coin comes out, and I go to check the website, and the website is Japanese. There is literally no translation in English, so you don't even know what you're buying. You gotta trust other people. Anyways, it's down 99%. Right now it's pumping. So the question is, how high can this go? What are we looking for? Is it out of the accumulation phase and stuff like that? Now it is down, and you cannot draw lines on this part up here, looking at chart like this. So we're gonna zoom in this part up here. Now there is another thing that you have to understand. From wherever we are right now towards the all-time high, that's almost 1000x, 900x towards the upside. And considering that Jasmy right now has a market cap of around 780, 800 million, so let's give or take, it has 1 billion market cap, doing 1000x towards the upside from 1 billion market cap. That means it's gonna go to 1 trillion, surpass Bitcoin and everything else. Bitcoin is at 1 trillion right now. So we are not looking at this all-time high over here, unfortunately. At least I am not doing it. There are two levels actually that are actually interesting, but it's not this level up here. It's these stops up here, these stops up here, and this stop down here. Very, very interesting. So we're gonna look at all of these three levels, maybe even this this stop over here, but not so much. So let's go to the monthly time frame. On monthly time frame is actually only 2.4. Let's do that. Let's do 2.4, and because we want less lines on chart. And the second one is up here at 0.16. So 2.4 and 0.16 major level of resistance for move towards the upside. So now we can actually do stuff like this over here. Zoom in on the chart and look what's actually happening down here at the bottom. And we're also going to go to the weekly time frame, so we can get a little nicer. Now even looking at it like this over here, it's really hard to see what's happening down here at the bottom, and right now what's happening on the move towards upside. There is also a very important level of resistance up here. We're gonna put that up there, 0.036, that we need to break. If you want to get back to 0.16, you gotta break 0.036, right? That's just how these things goes. Now we gotta zoom in even harder up here, because this thing is actually pumping like crazy, right? At least it was pumping up here. This move up here towards upside was 30x. So from the bottoms up here towards upside should be something like 30. This is actually 100x from the bottom, because it went even lower down here. You're gonna see that. See these bottoms down here. You can see up here how we went even lower. So right now just getting to over here all-time high week towards the upside up here is 100x. Can it do 100x towards the upside? Again, I don't know, but it seems to me technically it can. Like 1 billion plus 100, 100x, you get 100 billion coin, and this bull market, nobody knows what's gonna happen. I mean, you've seen the ETFs on Bitcoin popping, right? So can it do 100x again? There is good chance, but unfortunately you probably didn't buy Jasmy down here at the very, very bottom, right? You probably didn't do that. Maybe you FOMO'd in somewhere up here, maybe at the top, maybe a little bit. Let's say you FOMO'd up here, right? Somewhere up here. Now let's give you a good entry. Right up here, that's your good entry, right? 0.11, right? Now if you look at that, it's no longer 100x, it's only 26x. But what I always tell my people, the TA fans club, is don't look at where your 100x or your 50x is. Look at where the first guy gets the 100x, right? So you go to the very, very bottom. So you go to the very, very bottom down here, and then you look, because some people bought down here, when they get the 100x, they're gonna be selling. So 100x up here at top, that's probably gonna be a very major level of resistance. They're gonna be selling like crazy. But even a 50x up here, and you can see right now that 50x comes to the our very interesting line of support. This 57x, but let's 50x. So this up here 0.16, this seems like a very much reasonable level on the move towards the upside. Right now we are not even close to that. So how do we get to that point? What you're gonna see up here at the bottom, and right now we got to get into the juicy part of the TA, why we love the TA and finding the bottoms and stuff like that. By the way, we find all the bottoms, guys. You can see the line that right now over here, once it started going down and started crashing up here towards the bottom, over here, this is the first move. And this first move is only telling you that, okay, we are out of this, you know, accumulation, dead zone that, you know, is bleeding towards the bottom. We have this reaccumulation up here, or consolidation before the move. And once this move happens, you can see the, you know, trend line over here, very important trend line, support may over here, resistance up here. As soon as it goes above that, it just explodes, right? So what's doing right now, you can see it actually over here on the daily time frame, because we have the zoom in lower and lower. What's doing right now is doing another one of these consolidation levels, just like it did over here. So I'm gonna move this over here. You can see up here it did these consolidation levels on downside. So as soon as it actually broke the resistance over here, consolidated, went up, and right now it's doing the same thing, but it's doing it faster, right? Because you can see up here on this daily time frame, this consolidation went for a very long time. Now the volatility is a lot higher than over here. Volatility is a lot higher, but it's gonna also, you know, this consolidation phase is also gonna last less time than the entire part of this consolidation, because that's how these things work, you know. The consolidation lasts, but it doesn't last. Over here it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I don't know, 10 plus weeks of consolidation before they actually go. So, you know, can you have a couple of weeks on consolidation or something like that, even big pullbacks towards downside? Definitely can. You have to understand that right now, from this move towards upside, Jasmy pumped 200%. There will be profit taking after 200%. Just trust me on this, guys. After 200%, any coin, regardless of whether it's Bitcoin or some kind of, you know, meme coin, after 200%, somebody will take some kind of profits. You will get the big drops, you will get the zigzag pattern, you will get consolidation, because, you know, money needs to be taken, you know, new positions needs to be loaded, and the price continues towards the upside. So let me just remove these channels or boxes over here. So how do we get up here actually to the first box? Wait, did I remove everything in my boxes? Yeah, I removed box. Let's do it this way over here. There we go. We got, you know, the lines. So how do we get to the 0.36? So over here, we have what we call a doubling channel, and it goes something like this over here. What is it? We're gonna put this one up here. This is the first channel, right? And we have something called doubling channel up here towards upside. It's actually tripled up here, actually towards upside. But these two channels are again double towards upside up here. So 0.25 or something like that. 0.25, something like that. We can actually pull the first channel all the way towards top up here. And look at the doubling of that as well, because this week up here is going to be major important. So this is right now considered as a major resistance level, because we came there and right now consolidated. So the next move up here is all the way towards the upside. The thing that we have to wait for right now, you can see up here how nicely we are actually holding these wicks up here towards the upside. What we have to wait for right now is this consolidation period, I think, over here before it actually goes towards the next. And you can see up here it is reasonable to get to the next resistance level. That's at 0.36 up here all the way to the top. Depends on how much it goes sideways and stuff like that before it actually goes towards the upside. But these things usually pump very fast, so I do not expect, you know, 12 months of sideways movement before we actually pump. This is going to consolidate on the daily time frame if it's not already done. You know, it consolidates up here and then it goes again, and it also goes very fast. You can understand these things goes fast, guys, very fast. And this is you know, 4 days, but these 3 big candles, just these 3 big candles, is 162% of the 200% move. So it goes very fast towards upside once it goes, but you know, when it's gonna go, that's, you know, a little bit more difficult and technical that we have to find out, and we have to go into small time frames, so we are not really interested in that right now. But this is the next major level of resistance. I think this is you know, very much doable right now on the first move. And after that comes, you know, how do we get to the next move? You know, how do we get to this, you know, 0.16 level? Are we gonna get to the 0.16 level up here? Are we just gonna do half of that? You know, those are the big questions. But right now, I think it's very much realistic up here to come to 0.36 on the next move towards upside, because right now it is getting just out of this accumulation zone. Entire this part up here, this accumulation zone below that, right? As soon as we broke these bottoms over here, we'll start going towards downside, this accumulation zone. Right now we are out of the accumulation zone. It's only, you know, this right now next move is gonna be right, if it just goes from wherever it's right now, it's gonna be 100 and 200% up here, 100% to, you know, the target up here before we look at, you know, the moves towards upside. You gotta understand that when people say that, you know, this thing or that thing pumped 100%, they mean from the very bottom. So if you bought up here the bottom, up here towards top, that's already, you know, 12x or something like that, right? So if you bought the bottom up here towards the target up here, that's, you know, 12x. So you're getting already 12x on that. But unfortunately, if you buy right now, you're only getting 150% only towards the target. And I think target's very much reachable so far. Guys, thank you for watching Jasmy. I hope you like the pumps. We got a Telegram channel, public. You are welcome to join that. It's linked down in the description. No, it's in the chat, in the comments. And we also got a TF fans club. If you want to join that, you know, a private, you know, secret TF fans club. You get a green name. We post a lot of sharks. Good guys there. Guys, thank you for watching. Click the links down below. I'll see you around. Bye bye. Where's my outro?